Well, baby. What's going on with the foggy?
Why my screen all foggy? Hold on, y'all. It ain't like my screen to be like that.
It's more like my screen.
There we go. Must have some fingerprints on it or something. Ain't no telling. What's up, y'all? It's
I'm cold.
we are Twin Flames Unite back at it again. And if y'all don't know by now, I'm Chris. Yeah.
And I'm Alicia.
What up? Oh boy. This evening, y'all, it is Friday. It is Labor Day weekend. Hopefully you all have something lined up to relax yourself, because these energies this past week have been off the chain.
As you can see why I got my crystal, my fluorite on my third eye. And I'm not stopping there. Got me some selenite. Still not stopping there.
It's citrine,
I'm sorry, citrine. And I got my my obsidian, okay? And I'm not stopping there. Got some green calcite, and I'm not stopping there neither.
Oh boy.
Bracelets.
We just got crystals on deck.
On deck.
Just all over the place. So
Yes.
yeah. Oh boy, I tell you, my head just won't do what it want to do today. It's all good.
So what's up?
All
What's
right.
up, guys?
Yes.
Who's in the house?
So we just wanted to jump in here. If you all see the thumbnail, or if you see the topic, we're talking about how do you know that you are ascending?
How, guys?
Yeah. And you know, this is important along our spiritual path, because you know we get to a certain point where we feel like we're stuck, or we feel like we haven't done enough, or anything of that nature. Well, there are a few things that are going on that you probably are already aware of, but just didn't know that they were associated with ascending. Yeah.
Yes. And the reason why we wanted to talk about this topic today is because it's a new paradigm, if you guys haven't noticed. The earth is shifting. Mother Gaia is shifting into a different paradigm.
Yep.
Where fear, right, is really not going to be the thing to control people anymore. So it really won't be necessary for us to live with trauma, and to live with anguish, and to live with all those low vibrational energy and emotions. It's really not necessary for us to live that way anymore unless you choose to. And right now, pretty much if we don't ascend, we Mother Gaia is just going to make us ascend. Like it's just, you'll be put into situations where you would have to ascend.
Yes. Which leads us into one of the first signs that you are ascending and you don't even know it.
Go on, tell them, baby.
One of the signs that you are experiencing some, how can I say this, difficulties, okay? And what I mean by difficulties, like you are, like you had a path set out for your life. You wanted to go and you wanted to do X, Y, and Z. But somehow you just feel this nudge from the universe pulling you to do T, X, and B. Okay?
They don't even go together.
It don't go together, and things just really seem off, but you're still meditating. You're still 7-day vegan challenge. You're putting good stuff in your body, but you're like, what's going on? That's the universe helping you ascend.
Exactly.
Okay? Because you know it's not all love and light when it comes to ascending. There's going to be some growing pains.
Yes.
Okay? That is one of, and that actually really is in a nutshell of what's going on. As far as one of the signs of ascension, is that you are experiencing growing pains. Okay? Like, for example, when your third eye is opening and you start seeing the world as what it is, it's not, for the most part, and I can only speak from my experience, and you know, that's the other thing as far as our evolution. I'm only talking about things that I know.
Exactly, which is the things that we've experienced.
Yeah, and when my third eye was open, I didn't like what I was seeing.
It's still difficult to this day because it's so hard to have just regular mundane conversations, like especially when you like maybe you might have a friend and they want to talk about the news, what they seen in the news today, and they might really be truly believing this stuff, and you're like, oh my goodness, do you not know that all 12 of these news channels say the same thing because it's a skit that they all got to rehearse, and it's one person that really own these news stations, all of them are owned and controlled by one person, and you can't just.
But we seem crazy.
Right. You're the crazy one. So you can't go and just tell this to somebody, which is most people, who don't have a clue. They're going to look at you like, what are you talking about? So that's one of the growing pains, is just realizing what this world is really made of, and realizing how many people are really sheeps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and that's true. And that actually leads us into the next point, to show you that you are actually ascending. It may not feel like it.
Won't feel like it.
But you are. One of the other signs that you are ascending is that the people that you used to hang around aren't around anymore.
They just on a whole nother path. They probably still doing what you probably did 2 years ago. You're trying to do something different. And hi, Miss Sweetness. And you're trying to do something different, or you're doing something different, and you guys just don't seem eye to eye anymore. And that used to be your homie. I'm talking about, that used to be somebody that you used to click with. They understood you. Yep. But now it's like you have nothing in common anymore.
Yeah. And this and I'm gonna break it down a little bit more. What's up everybody coming in?
Hey Leah, thank you for joining.
I'm gonna break this down for you all even more, but when you think about it, if you all remember the analogy that we spoke about when it comes to a wrinkle in time, okay? I'm gonna touch on that in just a second.
Yes.
But this is like when you break up with somebody and you're really over the relationship, and you like, oh, thank God this person is gone, now I can do this. So when people fall out of your life that aren't supposed to be there, it's allowing you to ascend. Going back to the analogy of a wrinkle in time.
Exactly.
If you remember the scene where Oprah Winfrey and the other ladies went over to the dark side, but they couldn't stay there long because they weren't a vibrational match. They had to lower their vibration in order to deliver a message to the little girl. So that's a way of seeing that you are ascending. Because if people that are low vibrational people are falling off because you're just raising up and they can't stay with you, that's a sign that you are ascending.
Exactly. And it's not a sign for us to conclude that, oh, I'm better than that person, because then that's gonna put you right back, where you came from, because you're trying to lift up. And when you lift up, you're lifting up with compassion, okay? Yep. And so with either, with even having that thought in your head, like I'm better than that person, that is no longer that same vibration, right? So you just want to treat people with the love, with kindness, with compassion, and that, there you go. Yep, the ego is dying. That the ego is dying. A part of, and the reason why sometimes it can feel so painful and it can feel like, maybe a little bit of suffering, is because technically, guys, a part of you, it's dying, it's shedding, right? And it's really not change, because we talked about the change and the transformation. You're not changing because everybody's like, oh, I'm changing. It's not so much that you're changing. It's you're doing it. It's a transformation.
Metamorphosis.
It's a metamorphosis. That's the phase. Because when you change something, you can always change back, right?
Yeah.
But when you transform, that's it. When you leave once you leave that cocoon phase and you got your wings, you're flying. So just get used to it.
Yeah.
And know that you're not the only one who can transform. Others have that opportunity to transform just like you do. It's just that it might not be their time, or maybe they might have been given the opportunity, but they choose not to, right?
Right.
Because we have free will. Sometimes it don't seem like it's that free, but
sometimes we didn't have a choice.
Right.
That's what you're
Sometimes,
saying.
yeah.
A lot of times I didn't have a choice.
we didn't have a choice. We did what we had to do. But yeah, we always have a choice.
Yeah, you always have a choice, and that's a beautiful thing. And another thing that is a sign.
Hey, honeydew.
What's going on, honeydew, do. Another sign that you are ascending and you don't even know it. Actually, this one is probably it's probably gonna give you a sign that you are ascending. And one of the signs is that you recognize the oneness of everything. And even deeper than that, you understand that race really doesn't exist.
It really doesn't. Like, we did a whole study on this whole race thing, you know, with the black and the white and the Chinese and the yada 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 yada. It really does not exist. It's another form of mind control.
Divide and people.
For the divide and the conquer and the whole superiority nonsense. Race really doesn't exist.
No.
It's people back in the day, they didn't recognize each other by race. It was by tribes.
Yeah. And actually, this goes back to the ego. Once again, is that just because somebody looks different than you, or somebody knows something more than you, or something of that nature, it is a way of saying that I'm better than this other person.
Right. It gives you, there you go. That's what it does.
At the end of the day, and it goes to religion too.
Oh, that's another whole bad boy right there.
You got Christians, you got Muslims, you got Buddhists, you got what's the other one? Scientology. You know, you got atheists.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff.
It's just a bunch of people believing that they are superior above somebody else, and they want to find some type of way to prove that they're superior to you. So they want to put you in the classification of black, white, Asian, whatever
it is,
and saying that you're such and such, which is it's all a mind game.
It's a mind game. That's all it is. It's a divide and conquer tactic that they've been using for a long time. Yeah. And but it's boring now. And
I mean, because and that's the other thing. When you open your third eye, you can see through the veil of the BS,
of the nonsense. Somebody said something about they had low tolerance for something.
Yeah, and so that's one of the ways to knowing that you are ascending, if you can.
Hi guys, thank you for your time. You're welcome, Eva. She said, "What store is that, Leisha?"
That's on fluorite.
Oh, my fluorite.
Yeah.
I need it. I gotta see. I need this help with my intuition.
I used to have a low tolerance for BS, but since my awakening, I have zero tolerance for any
inconsistency. People. I can't stand people that live in the River Nile. Have you experienced this? Well, you know, that's just, yes, we've been there.
Yeah.
But that's just another level, because all you're gonna continuously do is continue to level up. And you're just continuing to grow. And every time you find that there's something like that where, you know, you can't stand something, or, you know, it's creating like some type of a battle within yourself, sometimes you have to look within. I mean, I know it's going to sound crazy, but just stick with me. Sometimes when something bothers you that much, it's forcing you to look within. Because it's like people around us, is like it's a projection. So it's like you're projecting. If something bothers you that much, you want to look within and see what's going on the inside, why it's really bothering you like that.
Yeah.
Because that, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody, they have their life to live, you know, they have their little journey that they have to be on. But you should only be concerned about your journey and where you're at. And when you get to that point, you'll learn to have like compassion for the other person. Because inconsistency, I mean, I think you can find that in just about everyone, right? That inconsistency. But it's just that some people strive to be more consistent than others, because we're not perfect. Again, if we were perfect, we won't be here on planet Earth.
Yes. And that actually goes back to our previous video about preparing yourself for your blessings. Because the people who are able to receive their wants and desires from the universe are those who work harder in being consistent on a more consistent basis.
Right. And it doesn't say that, I mean, sometimes it might slip up, you know what I mean? But just, I would look at, because that used to bother me too, like certain things and people would bother me. But lately I've been doing a lot more meditation. You see why I got this little floor? I've been doing a lot more meditation, and I've been listening to Osho, which is the sad guru. And I'm telling you, this guy has, I mean, amazing. Like, just, I listen to him like every day now. And because of that, I'm meditating more. My baby and I, we meditate now, like sometimes 3-4 times out of the day, we're meditating.
Just stop whatever we're doing.
And it just, it's, you get such a peace, guys. I'm telling you, it's like nothing like it. It's a peace that you get on the inside when you really, people talk about going within, but when you really truly go within, you find a peace, like, and it's even more than peace. It's more than peace. I don't even know what to call it. But you find something on the inside that is so beautiful and it's so tranquil. What other words, baby?
It's just the inner peace. It's bliss.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bliss. And then nothing around you really disturbs you. It's like kind of like you learn how to master yourself, and you learn how to not even control, because I don't even want to use the word control. It's like you see things different. There you go.
Yeah, no mental chatter.
Yeah, you see things different. Like literally, you see things different.
Yeah.
Your perception even alters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And somebody, real quick, I saw somebody had a question. We're gonna jump back into the topic. They asked, how do we handle the work relationship life?
She asked me.
But no, I think she asked both of us.
Oh,
but you know,
because you know what I did. I didn't handle it, sweetie. I left. I don't know if I could give the right type of advice.
No, she's talking about as far as like us working together.
Oh, working. Oh, I thought you meant like the job.
No, not the
Oh, because I left. That's how I handled that one.
Yeah. And I would say that for us to, one of the things that we discovered early on in order for it to work is for us to understand each other's strengths and where we're weak.
Yes.
And once we recognize that, we understood, like for example, when it comes to me, like when it comes to marketing, I have no idea what to do. I mean, I had a photography business for about this was way back. This was about almost more than 10 years ago. I had a photography company, right? And I had it for about 5-6 years. But whenever I did an ad or anything, like I got no clients.
Didn't go anywhere.
But my baby here doing ads for our Twin Flame stuff, and we just get bookings right after the next.
I mean, hey, it's what I do. And you know, it all goes back to knowing yourself. Man, know thyself. Don't try to fool yourself. You know, just be honest. Like, I know that my baby, you put it aside because it's not going to help you. My baby is very good with details. Like, he can sit down and mess with something and put things in boxes for about 4 hours. Me, I would go crazy.
Yeah.
And we know this. So we act like we know what it is, and we work accordingly. Like, I'm very good with putting together a whole big picture. Like, I can plan the daylight out of something. Okay? I can come up with big plans and stuff like that, and I'm very good with seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But my baby is good with the details of that bigger picture.
Yeah.
So we just use that and we work together and we have a bomb team.
Yeah.
It's kind of like wherever I'm not strong, he's super strong, and vice versa. And it's weird because it just works like that.
Yeah. It's just the flow. And of course, meditating on a regular basis keeps us in sync. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
Let me just
gotta meditate.
Love the flow. I think I went too far.
And the work relationship dynamic is beautiful. Like, I mean, I love, like, my baby is my best friend. He is. He's my best friend. I mean, we spend a lot of time together, guys. Like, we literally spend every waking moment together. Like, if we go on the balcony and get some fresh air, that's pretty much that's like 5 minutes apart.
Yeah. Oh, and it's actually a blanket. It's a Christmas blanket.
That's my.
So it's
just, cold.
Yeah, it's cold in the house.
It's cold in here.
But, yeah. I thought the new moon was tomorrow.
Is it tonight?
Oh, I guess it is tonight. That's probably why. Hey, and
that's probably why we've been feeling like that.
Yeah. And actually that's a perfect segue into the other one, is that part of the growing pains is that when you are ascending, these moon cycles affect you even more.
Oh yes, baby.
Because like even before we started to do this live, I was in the kitchen just a moment ago, and I had this massive ringing in both ears. And you know, a couple of months ago it used to be in just one ear.
Now both.
It's both ears. So like both ears just ringing. And it's all because of these energies, and we're just all getting in alignment. And so if you're feeling a little bit moody, if you're feeling pains for no reason, or if you're just feeling exhausted for no reason,
a little off,
that's a part of the ascension process. What they call it, like ascension flu symptoms or something like that.
Ascension symptoms.
Yeah.
I had to take a nap. Yeah. And sometimes you just get tired out of nowhere. I mean, it'll be the middle of the day and you just tired and want to take a nap. And it's the sweetest nap.
Oh my gosh.
Like 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Maybe.
Yeah, because we did that like
yep,
Monday,
she said,
Tuesday.
Yep. It is like the best nap ever. Maybe like 2 hours or 3 hours. And you wake up fully energized.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens to us too. I guess it's, it's a part of the ascension, dealing with these energies and these waves that's coming in. Apparently on the 1st of September, which is when we have in our shadow work webinar, they're supposed to be having that light thing that I wanted to go see.
The Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights. They're supposed to be having it in the United States. And I was just like, wow, imagine that. I manifested the Northern Lights. Because I wanted to see it so bad. So yeah, that's one of the energy waves that's coming in.
Yes.
So you guys can look out for that one. That's supposed to be really pretty. And so, what's it? DM told me coming down with flu. Ooh, with the flu. Turmeric.
Yes. You know, I noticed there was another guy that was in
what parts of the U.S.?
Oh, I don't know what part of the
Colorado, Virginia, I think West Virginia, I think, is it Mississippi, is it Idaho, Utah, some of those places. But if you look it up online, it'll give you the list of places where you're going to see the pretty lights. I hope it's in Alabama because I really, really, really want to see it.
Yeah, and one of the things I was saying is like a lot of people are coming down with these flu-like symptoms, and it's actually not flu.
Right.
It's actually just those ascension symptoms. Because like one of the other ones is like when you have a lot of fluid in your ears.
Oh yeah.
Because I had that a lot. So yeah, these are signs that you are actually ascending. So the work that you all have been putting in is really, it's really
it's playing
working.
out. Yeah, it's playing out.
And even though things may seem hard right now, just know that pain is necessary for growth.
It is.
Because when you think about it, even when you go to the gym, if you're not feeling the burn,
it ain't working.
It ain't working. So just hold tight, y'all, because the more we go through this,
somebody asked us a question. She said, were you guys always on each other's minds during the separation? I know he was on my mind.
Yeah.
But
you crossed my mind a couple times.
Yeah. I mean, we would still see each other, but I'll just try to pretend I didn't see him or walk really quickly and stuff. I mean, it was
see him, be like, hey,
right. It was a whole thing. Like, it was so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did cross my mind. As a matter of fact, I said this before when I wrote my book. my book of poems, Martha's Also a Butterfly, he was one of the first people to actually see it. And it was weird because we were just kind of crossing paths. He was going to work and I was coming to work. I think he was either going to lunch but we just crossed.
Yeah, we just crossed it.
And
I was on what?
Were you on lunch or something?
Nah, I was going on one of my smoke breaks.
Oh boy, I didn't even know he smoked. That's so crazy.
But I was. Well, yeah, no. At that time, I was still smoking black in my house, but then I ended up switching. So
to something else. Okay, to vape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyhow, that's he was one of the first to see it. And yeah.
There we go. And we got 23 people.
That's our number. We keep seeing 23.
Yeah.
And that's my birthday, the 23rd. And we just keep seeing 23. Our receipt today was what? $2.23?
$22.23.
It's just crazy. We just keep seeing 23. Somebody was saying something. I experienced throat chakra. Oh, throat chakra issues.
You know what? Whenever I feel that in my throat chakra, the first thing I do is yell, because it's an energy blockage.
It is.
And when you yell, like, just scream to the top of your lungs. If you can go somewhere in another room or just scream into a pillow, that's going to really help in moving that energy.
Yeah.
And that
cussing too.
Oh yeah, cussing.
When you cuss, because of the way that it kind of comes and it just kind of clears. It's weird, but it works. You can look it up. You don't got to take my word for it.
We know it works for us.
So just cussing and energy healing with lapis crystal. Any blue crystal around the throat area can help. Usually whenever there is blockages in the throat chakra, that usually comes from either speaking your truth or holding it back. Either your throat chakra is either underactive or overactive. So one of those two things, lapis is really good. But you might want to do some meditation with the lapis right there. That'll help you to say what you have to say. Like if you have something to say, you want to say it.
Yeah.
You just might want to find, say it in a very compassionate way, but make sure you get it off your chest. You say it.
Well, I'm about to clear my throat chakra real quick.
Oh boy.
Now, we got this one question on here, and we get these questions a lot about asking about similarities and stuff that we have, and that's a slippery slope. And I say that because it's kind of like when you don't like how your life is going and you see people's feed on Instagram or Facebook and you think that it's all going great, and if your life was similar to theirs, yours would be going great as well. But nobody's journey is the same. No twin flame couple are the same. Yes, there are some similarities that occur, but in trying to put together a cookie cutter blueprint for a twin flame relationship, to be honest with you, and this is just in love, you're missing the point.
Right, because none of us have the same fingerprint. We all have a different fingerprint, and that's for a reason, because we're all unique in our own way, and we are all here to fulfill, our own separate, unique journey. So just because it's like a twin flame dynamic, it's like saying, like, we're all humans, right?
Yeah.
So it's like saying if somebody from another planet were to come down here and look at the humans and look at one human and say, hey, what are you guys similarities? What's your similarities to this other human? You're gonna look at them like, what is wrong with you? Like, I mean, we're humans, but I mean, we're all different. See, it's no difference there, really.
Right.
It's the same thing. So we're all unique, and we have our purpose here. And when you do a lot of shadow work, when you do a lot of like past life regression work, you'll get to connect the dots to find out where you left off and why. And so now why are you even here in the first place? And what are you doing here?
Right.
You know, a lot of people are on planet Earth and they don't know why they're here. They're kind of like just like the wind and the leaf, and just the wind blows here and they blow there, and the wind blow here and they blow there. So they really don't know what they're doing here. But the more you go within, you know, the more you start seeking who you are, you know, because a lot of people, they get the body confused and they think that's them, but it's my body, right? Your body. Who's the your?
Yeah.
Right? My house. You're not your house. My car. Are you your car? No, you're not. And so that's when these questions, you know, you start to get answers for these questions when you start really finding out who the I is.
Right.
Because people say it very loosely, like, I am in love, or who is I? Now I know why for you explaining throat chakra issues. My twin flame and I did not and properly. There is so much to say. I have not seen him in a very long time. I have learned a lot about myself. Beautiful. And that's the whole purpose.
And you know, as far as one of the things that is consistent as far as with twin flames, when they come into union, it always seems to come into union once they have done their major work, once they have done the majority of their shadow work.
Right.
And that's something that we are still helping with our shadow work webinar that's coming up on this Sunday.
This Sunday the 1st.
So you got 2 days left to grab a seat before it's just shut out.
And somebody had a question. They said, what do we think about smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol?
Everything. We were just talking to our baby just a second ago. Everything's good in moderation.
We said everything good in moderation, but I'll say this though. With alcohol, you really have to.
It's spirits.
It's spirits, right? So when you're drinking alcohol, you're opening up a portal, right? And then you have to also think about, what are you letting in? What are you letting in drinking these spirits? They don't call it spirits for decoration, guys. You know, every word has an intention behind it. These are spells, okay? We go to school to learn how to spells, right? They're all spells. So you just got to pay attention.
It does lower your vibration.
Right. And so, and with that being said, if it does lower your vibration, what type of spirits do you think that you're going to attract? So if your goal is to attract, you know, things of, you know, entities like that, hey, dive in. You know,
it's your life.
It's your life.
You have a piece of life that you want to live.
Maybe you might want to experience what it feels like to hang out with some low entities. Who knows? No judgment here.
But no judgment.
Just make sure that when you do these things that you're aware of what you're doing, and so you're aware of the consequences, because cause and effect. You know, keep in mind the 7 Hermetic principles, these natural laws. Again, guys, get very familiar with the natural laws of the universe. Because they don't change. We just have to learn how to work with it. Because when you learn how to work with the natural laws, life seems a little bit more fulfilling. You know? But if you don't know how to work with the natural laws, then that's when things get a little bumpy.
Yes.
You know, really don't know what's going on. Right. Everything has a price in life. Exactly. It just depends on how much you're willing to spend on it, what you can afford and what you cannot afford. You ever hear somebody say, oh, I can't afford that. I can't afford to have her do this, or I can't afford to have him do this. And subconsciously they're saying it, but they're not even paying attention to what that really means. It's a price.
But when it comes to marijuana though,
Mary Jane,
when we're talking about Mary Jane, we're talking about 420. We're talking about the Kush. We're talking about...
You think that he's some type of big smoker the way how you carrying on?
To be honest, y'all, I've only done it twice.
In his whole life. And you look over here like an expert.
But you know, the thing is that it has so much healing powers.
It does.
And
it really does.
It's just a whole propaganda that's blocking people from this healing that they can be exposed to just because Big Pharma wants to make millions off of people's sickness.
Right, but two guys, you got to be very mindful of this Mary Jane, because, you know...
He didn't inhale. I did. Stop that.
You want to be careful of the Mary Jane, because a lot of the Mary Jane that's being produced now, it's you know, they have like chemicals and stuff inside of it. So you just got to be very cautious of,
Yeah.
of what you're doing and who you're getting, what you're getting, from who. If that's something that you want to,
Yeah,
take part.
James trying to get on me. Yeah, I did inhale. It went all the way down. That's probably what messed me up.
Open up that third and fourth eye.
Well, I was.
My baby was gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, just do things in moderation and do things with knowing what the cause is and what the effects are, and if you're ready and willing to deal with it.
Yeah, and be careful of the environment that you're in, because I didn't want to partake in it unless I trusted the people that were around me.
Oh, that's the given.
You
Like
know.
you eat without even doing that, you shouldn't be around anybody that you really, don't trust.
Yeah.
With or without that.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking we just got off topic, but I forgot the last thing that I was going to jump into.
I know what I wanted to say something.
Oh, go ahead, baby.
I can't remember neither. They probably think we was just smoking.
You know what?
We are very not what you think.
You know what's so funny about you saying that is that because my mom watches our video and she asked us if we're like on something.
She didn't she? Talking about what we on. We happy.
Like we ain't on nothing. We just on we high on that good ass prana, right?
Right, because we meditate. What they say, the first stream I watched of YouTube, I saw smoke coming. Oh, that's Sage girl. Look at this. She said she saw. She said she thought it would say, I always got Sage.
Oh yeah, we keep Sage on deck for a lot of times, and we have to, because that's one of the ways of protected energy. Because you know we got people on here who love us, they watch our videos, but then we got people that don't.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and we have to keep the energies clear.
They got some crazy people on here. Like, guys, we don't know who it is, but we gonna call them out right now. We got to big up to our one hater. We're gonna say big up. I hope they can see. Hope they can see the video. We got one hater. And it's like they went through all of our videos and gave it a thumbs down. So we have like maybe 8 videos in a row, if you guys ever see it. And it's just that one thumbs down, and they just did it like all.
Whoever that one hater is,
big up.
We love you. We still love you.
Big up.
Keep on doing it. We're gonna keep spreading love.
We love you, because we know. And this one girl, she said something crazy, and I told her that it's okay, because sometimes people are projecting, and you can feel it. You can feel the projection. Even when they text, you can feel it. They're not in a good place, and then they look at someone else who, to them, it seems like they're in a really good place, and so it brings out some type of something inside of them. I don't know, but you can always feel it, and so you just have to have compassion for people and send them extra love and compassion on their journey, and hoping that it'll make a difference.
Yeah, tell them to go within and find their mission. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's all good. We love them. So
Yep. Yeah, but this whole video is to let you know that there are just certain things that are going on that are actually a part of your ascension.
Yeah.
As far as the growing pains, it may not feel good, but it's a part of your ascension.
Yes.
People falling off that you want in your life, but just for whatever reason they can't stay around. That's a part of your ascension,
and it's okay. You they might meet you at the top someplace. You'll cross paths again, but don't let anyone hold you back from leveling up. Pretty much, people might not like you because you're leveling up. Level up anyway.
Oh, hold on, James just said.
What James talking about?
James just said, "Do you feel like an alien when you go into the grocery store?" Yes.
Man, what?
Yes. Oh wow,
people stare at us. They stare at us like for a really long time.
Man.
Like every time we go to the register to check out, because we wear our jewelry. There's this one lady at the register.
Always looking at.
She's ringing people up, but she's staring at us. And then we'll get to the register, and she'll be like, "Oh, I love your jewelry. What is that?" But yeah, we're used to it by now.
Yeah. We're used to the stare.
It's okay.
Let's see.
Oh, I literally have no friends. You go through that. Listen.
Man, you know what? Y'all know my story. I've probably had 2, maybe 3 people that I would talk to, and then for a couple of months, they really weren't. Hope y'all not watching, but if you're watching,
well, let me be quiet.
But okay,
anywho,
but I went for some months without friends, and then there was some people like I tried to go out, and I tried to go out
socially awkward
and like meet other friends, like trying to get other guy friends to hang out with.
Yeah.
But I was too woke for them, and it's like
they just don't pan out.
But now,
now what happened when you lift your vibrations and you started being real with yourself? Now tell them what's going on, baby.
Now I have one friend that is woke
AF, man.
Yes.
And he is awesome. And guess what, guys? They got the same birthday. When I tell you the same birthday, they both love dogs. Like, you should hear his friend on the phone playing with the little pit bull. Like, they are just super into, claiming their sovereignty and getting this whole getting out of the matrix stuff. Like, they literally, you can see their path. They're literally experiencing the same things.
Yep.
And he came to me in a vision. I told y'all about him.
Yeah. Y'all know about the story of Josh.
Yeah, he literally came to me in a vision.
Yeah. I don't know what video that one came from, but yes. What does that say?
Mrs. Chris Cole.
This is Chris Cole.
What's Chris Cole?
I don't know. Oh no.
So cool. Oh, so cool. He has a good. Now he is a good friend. Josh. That's the type of people you want to have in your life.
Yes.
Like, and I'm not even like, he is like ride or die. Like, hey buddy, if you need something, I got you. Like, it is just a beautiful transition from recognizing, something that's genuine from something that's not. Just beautiful.
Yes.
Now, as far as me,
still working
on it. Like,
every time we think we got one close.
Right.
And see, here's the thing. For any future people, I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time. For any future people who are trying to have like a close relationship with Leisha, if you have any level of BS, she will sniff it out. If you are not 100% authentic,
oh boy,
she will see it.
Oh boy.
And she's not gonna let it go. She's not.
Oh, Lord of mercy. I just see. Listen, listen. When you have, I could see things, guys. Like, I can see things. And I say that it's a blessing, and I'm gonna keep saying that it's a blessing because I don't want to say the other word. That's Libra for you. But it's hard. Like, you could literally see things, and you can see people, and you want to love them, You
can see through the mask so
and
easily.
you can see through the mask, and you can see through you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I just rather just chill. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really, like, I am so happy.
So right now I'm feel the shoes of best friend right here.
Until I get one.
And hey, I and me being protective, I can't just let anybody be her friend.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. I'm so past this whole friend thing right now.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go build my own universe someplace.
Yeah, so we have our associates.
Right, we do.
And we have plenty of associates.
Right.
So, but
yeah.
We're here, and I guess that's another part of the growth is when you understand that you're not so much here for getting people to like you.
Right.
It's more about completing your mission.
Exactly. It has nothing at this point. That's not the purpose. The purpose is not to get people to like you. I mean, if they like you along the way, that's a beautiful thing. That's something to embrace. But that's definitely not the mission. You know what I mean? It's more about, bringing the light, and helping others ascend along their way from what you've experienced, right? Like your journey and what's helped you. Definitely everything won't work, right?
No.
Because one of our recipes might not work for you, but it's worth sharing it just in case it does.
Right. Yep. I said, I definitely hope this is
For infinity.
Oh, I know our bond is for infinity. I can't say for everybody else.
R.I.P. their mask off. Well, hey, if they don't take it off, they don't take it off. But I could see it. So it doesn't matter if they don't want to take it off.
EA checker, which is what I've always had to desire to transformative relationships. Oh, that's pretty
That's
cool.
beautiful.
Oh, that's what somebody was talking about, Miss Chris Cole. They were okay.
Go on, then. That's beautiful. Follow your aspirations. If that's what's in your heart, go ahead and do it. Every day you create something. Create a chart, and every day you work towards it. Yes. And you check off those things that's leading you to that ultimate goal. And you keep encouraging yourself. If no one is there to encourage you, encourage yourself, because sometimes I have to encourage myself.
And that is the funny part, is that when you need that encouragement, sometimes it's hard to get it. But when you encourage yourself, and you don't need anybody else to come in, here come the cat down the road giving you a pat on the back, like, good job. Like,
like you don't even need it anymore.
Like, I don't need. Where were you?
Right.
Like 2 months ago when I felt like I was about to fall off the roof.
Right. Where you was then? Where?
But, it's a part of the journey.
It is.
And we're here to help y'all through this journey as much as possible.
Absolutely.
And hopefully with the truth, our truth, that we share with you all, help shed some light on your own truths.
Yep.
To help you become the greatest versions of yourself. And yes, Ralph.
Yes. Oh man, that's our boy right
and man,
there.
somebody send a message to Ralph. Tell him the next time he see Twin Flames Unite pop up on his live feed, select
subscribe.
No, not subscribe on his Instagram.
Oh, the request.
Yeah, tell him to respond to our request.
Yeah.
When he see Twin Flames Unite request the video with him, tell him to accept.
What somebody say something?
This is the biggest lesson I've realized. The Twin Flame Awakening is all about relying on getting whatever I'm seeking by
way of looking on the inside.
Yes.
That is, you go.
That is one of the biggest transformations that Twin Flames go through.
There you go.
Like, if you hadn't gone through that transformation yet, don't stop. Let me stop.
Drop the mic. That's it. It
Before
teaches
I say
you
something and offend somebody.
Right? No, don't
start
do
losing
that.
subscribers.
Yeah, you're so stupid. Yes, going on the inside. That's definitely something. You know what? Before this awakening, I used to always doubt myself. I used to always question myself. I mean, sometimes I still do here and there. But what this journey has really taught me is to truly, literally go and find answers within myself. And I used to want to call somebody, let me call such and such and ask them this, or let me call such and such and ask them that. I don't need to do that anymore. No. Like, it's so liberating when you can literally go into meditation and you can get the answers that you're looking for.
Yep.
It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, sometimes you need that confirmation sometimes, just to get a confirmation, but not for somebody to tell you, just so you can get somebody to tell you something. So, okay, I'm not crazy. Just the confirmation. That's it.
Yep.
That is it.
Oh, boy.
You tired now? We about to go lay down. We're going to watch The Dark Crystal.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, we want to make sure that we have enough energy to spend time with our little one.
Oh, yeah. She's waiting for us.
Yeah, she is waiting for us.
She's waiting for us.
All the other kids are gone, and it's just her.
Somebody
So-
said I used to get frustrated because I would seek out support from another and no one could give me the support I was seeking. Man, that's a part of the journey. That's a part of the growing pains.
And that, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say before we head out.
Yep.
That's actually another part of knowing that you're ascending and you don't even know it.
Woo.
Because what the universe does, and it's real tricky, is that the universe understands that in order for you to learn, they understand that the truth has to be realized and told.
Ooh.
So when you're going out and you're trying to search for information from outside of yourself, and you just keep running into brick walls, like you're going over here to try to get information, like, nope. You're trying to go over here, nope.
Nope.
And like, and when you start going within, that's a part of your ascension, and that's a part of the universe forcing you into ascension.
Exactly, to go within, because you have a whole universe inside there for you to start exploring, and to learn to take your power back, right?
Yeah.
And stay away from externalizing your power, because guys, we are very, very powerful beings. Like, we have this body, this brain, we are so intelligent. We don't even use let alone 5%, what is it, 3% of our brain that we don't. That's a big brain. We don't use
that's
it.
a lot.
We don't know how to use it. So the more that we go within is the more that we connect with the I, or the my, right? The my that nobody wants to talk about. They don't teach us that in school. They tell you that's my book bag or that's my book, but they never tell you who's mine. See, that's the type of stuff I'll be asking in school. They tell me to sit down and be quiet.
Yep. Yeah, but we just wanted to hit you with that. So,
Yes, guys.
and I guess this whole video, if you stuck in for this long, this whole video is to help activate the alchemist within you.
Yes.
Because when it comes to ascension, there's going to be parts of this that's not pretty, but you can be an alchemist and turn it to your benefit.
You really can.
I.e., friends falling off. Oh, well, that just makes me lighter, so I can raise up.
You can raise up, because that's what it is about. It's about getting lighter. You can't ascend with a whole bunch of baggage. You ain't going nowhere with all that baggage. You got to let it go.
Yeah. So activate that alchemist that's within you. And you will go so far.
Yes.
And for last thing before we get out, I know this is probably my third last thing, but last thing before we head out, the webinar, there's still 2 more days left for you all to sign up for the Shadow Work webinar.
Yes.
The next one that's coming up is the masculine and feminine, balancing those two within.
That's going to be a beautiful one.
Definitely want to get in on that. That's going to be on the 15th.
Exactly.
So the doors are open for that one, so you all can go ahead and start signing up for that.
Yes.
And one thing that we're probably going to do is put out a survey on the times, because we want to make sure that everything's convenient for everybody. And we want to see what times is going to be best for everybody to have these webinars. So.
Right, the times and also the dates. We thinking the 1st and the 15th, but the dates also spooky, shadow work, sounds scary. She said scary. you see, and that's why it needs to be done, because people are afraid of themselves. Literally,
they really are afraid of themselves.
People are afraid of themselves.
And they have been programmed to be afraid of themselves.
Because your shadow is you.
Oh wow.
That's you. Wow. And it's so crazy.
Man, y'all about to send me down a whole nother rabbit hole. But I'm saying this for those who are afraid of doing their shadow work, which is really, in essence, getting in connection with yourself. So many people in society have been programmed to be afraid of themselves, but it's been flipped because they didn't realize that the thing that they're afraid of is actually themselves, because that devil that tells us these bad things to do, that's within us. They don't
come from my side.
No, it don't. And the telling you that the God is outside of you and not in you.
The sky, the one in the bed in the sky.
And they want to say
people.
how talking to yourself is
It's
crazy.
bad and it's crazy.
What's some of the other scenarios?
It's madness. Like the complete opposite. It's like whatever they tell you to do, you got to do the opposite.
Yeah, and like all these stereotypes, like women are supposed to be this way,
right? Man supposed to be that way, and it's just
so for a man, if I'm not supposed to be in connection with my feminine side,
right, with your feelings and emotions, you're not allowed to cry because you're a man. Nonsense. He's a human just like I'm a human. Why he can't cry?
So that's That's a program, y'all, that needs to be broken.
Those are all old programs, and that's what shadow work does, guys. Let me just explain a little bit to you what shadow work is. It just sounds scary because it's a shadow. You know, since we are kids, we've been just whatever it is. Babies are afraid of their own shadow. Mm-hmm. It's just something that they're afraid of. They see their shadow, something is chasing them, they're running, and you know that gets stuck in your subconscious. When you get older, you're afraid of shadows, and you have these horror movies, and then you see these shadows, and it's just for a long time, society has put a damp on the shadow, you know. So you know exactly, boo, yeah, shadow. Like it's really. Your shadow is pretty much aspects of yourself that is hidden or suppressed, right? Yeah. And it's caused by trauma, whether it's childhood trauma or maybe in your adult life, you know, neglect, abuse, you know, and the shadow is actually created by the ego. The ego formulates the shadow aspects of ourselves to protect us.
Yes.
You know, while these things are low vibrational, they serve a very, very valid purpose in our lives. Because if we are faced with some type of situation that we think we can't deal with, our ego steps in. Yeah. And it creates this thing, maybe jealousy, maybe anger, maybe greed, whatever it is to protect your identity.
Yeah. And I'm going to hit y'all with something. This may blow your mind. You need to be thankful for your shadow side.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't know that you had a shadow if you didn't have light within you. Because if you didn't have light within you,
how you gonna see the shadow? That's deep, baby. Look at you getting these. That's you deep tonight. How you gonna know you have a How you gonna know you have a was it a light if you ain't got the shadow?
That is so crazy because it's like I can't remember the old Greek mythology story about the guys in the cave.
Oh, I know it.
Some of y'all may know it. If you've done your research, you know it.
I remember.
But the guys in the cave, like they thought there was a whole life of these shadows that were on the wall, but they didn't know that they were just in the cave, and they were seeing the light coming in through the cave, and they thought that was reality.
They thought that was their reality.
And see, the thing is that you're separating your shadow from yourself. You have to understand that you are light, and when light shines, it casts a shadow. So that is all within you. So be thankful that you can see the shadow, because that means that you got some light.
Exactly. And now it's just a matter of doing your integration. A lot of people say, oh, I don't know why I quit projects, or I don't know why I can't, I keep jumping from relationship to relationship, or I don't know why I can't land this job. I don't know why I can't manifest. I don't know why I self-sabotage, right? And all these things are blockages. And guys, when you have suppressed feelings and suppressed emotions, aka blockages, right? The shadow comes out when we're not paying attention because it's stored in the subconscious mind. So it's going to show itself whenever it gets the opportunity. When you're not paying attention, the shadow's going to come out.
Yep.
And you continuously try to separate yourself from your shadow because the ego is going to formulate, okay, keep the shadow, it's good, it protects you, whatever. You're going to talk yourself into keeping that separate within yourself. And if you keep that separate, continuously have that split within yourself, you really never get to merge with your true potential.
And just think about this. Whenever you looked at any of the movies, say for example, Captain Marvel, she wasn't able to come into her full power until she recognized what happened in her past, the dark stuff that she tried to hide from, or actually stuff that was actually hidden from
her.
And once she was able to combine those two, she came into her full power.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch OA, for all of our OA fans out there, she wasn't able to come into her full power until she actually integrated.
She had to merge
with her two sides of herself.
Yeah, she had to integrate. Because one side was her, the other side was her. But then she was comparing and contrasting. But it's not until she merged both that's where most of her power came from.
Yeah. So you got to think about it. Most of the superheroes, like they all have the same scenario. And this is something that I've learned in what I go through, my graphic design stuff for school and whatnot. But there's always this hero thing. You have this hero, he think he's all high and mighty, and he goes out trying to beat the villain.
Yeah.
The villain kicks his ass, and then the hero has to go through this self-reflection, like, oh, I'm really not all that. I'm just this person, and they have to go through that.
They have to go through that growing pain.
They have to go through that introspection, that inner reflection, so that they can actually bring together their weak side of themselves and the strong side of themselves, so that they can actually come into their full power and kick the villain's butt.
Exactly, because it's not until we use both sides of a battery, because a battery is a cell, right? It's not until we ignite the negative and the positive within that battery that flashlight is going to turn on. Let me see you turn on a flashlight with just the positive side of the battery. Let me know how that worked out for you. Come and let Leisha and Chris know. You use the battery, only the positive side, and you got light.
Let us know if you have.
Let's know.
You got our email. Email us at twinflamesunite@gmail.com.
Right.
I would give out my cell phone number, but I got a feeling we'll have a whole bunch of calls.
Right. Somebody said something goodness I can't even properly convey how synchronistic coming across this live from YouTube. I mean, every live certainly has been greatly synchronistic. Though this one is
extraordinary. Oh wow.
See, that's why we gotta do this.
Yeah.
We gotta do this because we never know, who we're reaching or what type of a difference that we're making from our own experience. So we compelled to do this, and we honor and we appreciate you.
Yes.
Definitely honor and appreciate
That's a long
you.
username. Hold on, what is that? Queen Ray High Priestess
Mama Universe. I love that name. I
That
absolutely love that name.
You caught my attention just because it's so long.
Look,
I was like, what?
I like it. That's
so
the spirit.
shout out to you.
Shout out.
Oh, but we're about to get out of here. We don't want
Yes,
to keep
guys, we're about to get out now.
too long.
Book. Don't forget to book. The link is in the description, right, baby?
Yes, it is.
So
in the
go ahead and
description.
book your spot for the shadow work. You guys are gonna love it. I have the agenda planned out. It's beautiful. This session is gonna really help you to integrate the aspects of yourself that you're not so proud of, to bring it up to the light, so that you can really get to your true potential and see what gifts are under there. Because the good thing about the shadow, it actually holds, it's kind of like a catalyst for you to kind of ascend to your higher self. That's the good thing about doing your shadow work and and merging with those parts of yourself and bringing it up into ascension.
Yes.
So that's the beautiful part about that shadow work. So I look forward to seeing every one of you on Sunday the 1st.
Yes, or at least on the 30 of y'all that's gonna be on there, because it's only 30 people.
Oh yeah,
so.
That's true.
When things get flowing a little bit more, we'll do bigger classes.
We'll probably do bigger ones,
because
but
we'll need more moderators and stuff like that.
It's a lot. But guys, we want to thank you for tuning in, and we like that thumbs up. So if this was helpful, please give us the thumbs up.
Y'all been in here this long.
Yeah.
Yes, and subscribe if you are new to this channel. I know we got quite a few new people. Thank you.
Good night, Miss Sweetness. Thank you. You've been with us from the beginning. You are amazing.
Yes.
And all the amazing people who stayed in here with us this long, listening to us talk about good stuff. It wasn't a ramble. Tonight was really good stuff.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you, and we love you so much. Have a great night, and thank you. Thank you, Honeydew. Thank you, everybody who joined. Love you.